All right, guys, our shuttle bus is here. Let's go to the Lorong pastures. 哎，你好，我坐这儿了啊。OK。哎，好。呀，走。All right, guys, see you in a bit. Our destination today is the Milk Lake. It's nestled high up between the three sacred peaks, and it's one of the most difficult places to reach in Yading. Just remember, if you want to go there, do set out early, as it is a pretty long trek. In James Hilton's Lost Horizon, he talked about the Shangri-La, a lost valley, and this really feels like it. We've got a road that's kind of paved through, but everything else, personally, for me, this is Shangri-La. Hey. 杨麦有？哪边？最右边的，最右边的。You see？ 就刚出来的，刚才说，guys, that's Yangmayong. This is the first time we've seen the sacred peak of Yangmayong. In Tibetan, these three sacred peaks, they're called Konkarisum Gongba, I think, and Konkarisum Gongba. I got it right, and it means the three sacred protective mountains that snow will never melt on. And you can see on Yangmayong, the Bodhisattva of Manjushri, that there's no actual rock that appears through the mountain. It's completely covered by snow. In some ways, Yangmayong almost seemed like a perfect representation of Manjushri, the Bodhisattva of wisdom. Its sharp and clearly defined peak looks like a sword thrust into the heavens and piercing the clouds. And if you then look at statues of Manjushri, you'll always see he's holding a flaming sword that represents transcendent wisdom, cutting through clouds of ignorance. Alright guys, we're at Lorong pastures, and I didn't expect it to be this snowy, but this should have, people should be showing their yaks around, the yaks should be grazing around these pastures. We're finally here! Yaks really do come here to graze, but you have to wait until summer when these plains become verdant pastures. This place is also the first point at which all of the three sacred peaks can be viewed, and it's from here that you can hire mules to take you up to Milk Lake. Right now, we're in the Lorong pastures where the altitude is around 3,000 meters, and we're heading for Milk Lake, which is about 4,000 meters above sea level, so around a 1,000 meter difference. And right now, riding on this horse and walking into the mountain valley, I really do feel like Joseph Rock as he explored the valley of Shangri-La. It is quite expensive to go up by mule, and a round trip will set you back around 300 RMB. But it does mean that it will take you just 1.5 hours to reach Milk Lake, as opposed to more than 4 hours by foot. It's a pretty tiring climb, so if you do decide to take the easier route, be sure to arrive early, as only 90 people per day can go up by mule. For an additional fee, you can also ask the wranglers to help you carry your bags. So like I said earlier, this road really isn't very easy to go up, and we've had to get off our horses because bloody hell! Because the horses can't carry us over this stretch of muddy water. As you climb up, the trail becomes tougher and tougher. Our path basically takes us across muddy plains, over exposed boulders, and then onto slippery rock surfaces that we had to clamber over. Here, a 10-minute mule ride is basically equivalent to half an hour of walking. Oh my god. I don't think we're even well, we're probably 3/4 of the way there, but this place is absolutely gorgeous. I'm sweating like a pig, and my head is really throbbing. My heart feels like it's in my mouth. But just look around you, man, just look around you. Have you ever seen something like this? I've never climbed a path as beautiful as this, and it felt like we were exploring an unknown part of the Himalayas. The way up to Milk Lake is not easy, but nothing beats the feeling of finally reaching the top after such a tiring trek. I don't know what to say.
I really don't know what to say. I'm absolutely caked in mud. Look at my shoes. Look at my shoes. Look at my trousers. And my fool earlier caked my bum in mud. But honestly, who cares? Our journey took a little over 1 hour, and it was quite possibly the best climb I've ever had. And now we've arrived at our destination. Over there, what you can see, the lake over there, the one that's shimmering in the sun, is the milk lake that we've been looking for. This is it's like a mountain oasis. It's absolutely incredible.
We must thank our wranglers, as not only did they take responsibility for us, our mules and our bags, but they're also in charge of keeping this place as pristine as it is. As much as the locals want tourists to climb up to Milk Lake, it's still a sacred place to them, so make sure not to disturb the surroundings, and remember, take all your litter with you.
We're nestled in between the Konka Gomba, the 3 sacred peaks, and behind me, this is the sacred peak of Xian'an. Over there, the sacred peak of Xian'an, and over there, the sacred peak of Yangmaiyong. And right in front of me here is the sacred lake of Milk Lake. This feels like a mountain oasis.
Milk Lake receives its water from the glacier running off Yangmaiyong. It gets its name from the reflections of snow-capped peaks on its surface, which turn the edges of the lake milky white.
It's hard to describe this feeling, but nestled here between the sacred mountains and standing next to this tranquil lake, I feel some kind of spiritual fulfillment. It sounds a bit cliche to say it, but I really do. And my one regret is that we were never able this time round to climb up to the 5-coloured lake. That will take about another 30 minutes and requires us to climb over Xian'an, the sacred peak of Xian'an. If you come here, I highly, highly, highly recommend you go there, because I've been told and I've read that it's absolutely amazing there as well.
I was once told that to understand Yading is to understand compassion, wisdom and bravery. Although I can hardly say I've come away as a new person, this place has definitely moved and inspired me. Perhaps it's the sheer magnificence of nature, or maybe it's something a lot more spiritual. But here in Yading, you definitely come away with your soul cleansed.
After so long, after walking for so much, I feel I have finally found my Shangri-La. Standing here with the wind blowing against my face and the sun setting over the horizon, I feel that this is really my Shangri-La. I'm Tianran, and we'll see you next time on Travelogue.